Hello everyone, Mirash here, and today I will go to review all the Scoia'tael cards from the Price of Power expansion, the new expansion that he hit this week, and all the implications that I think there will be for Scoia'tael Nature's Gift. Unfortunately, there are not very good news, to be honest, as I think the new cards, even though they are cool, they do not add anything to the current Nature's Gift lists, both the devotion and the non-devotion ones. But we can start in the middle of the pack. So first card that they revealed is Francesca Findabair, and it's pretty straightforward. I like the design of the card. So it's an automatic counter that goes down whenever you play a special card. So 3 counters whenever we play a special card. It seems like done for the Nature's Gift archetype. So even if when we play the nature cards, the counter will go down by 1. And when the counter reaches 0, then we spawn and play a Doom copy of the last special card we played. Francesca has also the Veil tag, so it's not lockable, let's say. So at the first glance, it seems like this card is viable for the Nature's Gift archetype, and definitely it is. It is also an elf. I was much every time lacking good elves to include into the list for the Isengrim Council. Yes, this card can see play, but gives to the deck nothing else than what it's doing currently, which is maybe the bad thing about the drops of the cards. The new cards, the new Scoia'tael cards, do not help the decks covering its weaknesses. So yes, you will spawn and play a Doom copy of the last special card you play, but yet you can get a double Call of the Forest, you can get another Isengrim Council, another Shaping Nature, another Nature's Rebuke, so on and so forth. So you will do more of what you did before. It's very powerful tempo, but yet does not add anything, as I said. We can go also pretty quickly about Vanadain, because it's more of an elf swarm strategy, and I don't know even how much viable it will be, also because I mean it can be very good. I can guess also spawning a lot of elves very quickly, but I will not discuss him here. It's just for an elf swarm deck. Then we have the other 2 cards, the Sorceress of Dol Blathanna, which is good, don't get me wrong. It's an order: create and play a bronze Scoia'tael special card with a provision cost equal or lower than this card's power. So it will spawn a nature cards of 4 provisions. With our passive leaders, this will play for very consistent value, very strong value. Yet the problem with this card is pretty much the same as with Francesca, in that it will not do anything more than what, if we include this in the deck, we will not do anything more than what we did before. So it's a good card also because it's a unit that will spawn another special card. It has we can include more nature cards for our leader. It will also strengthen Gord even further, but yet we will do pretty much the same. So play Direct Caress, playing Tampering, playing Rebuke, and a bunch of other special cards when we do not find the nature cards from the effect. So Whisperer of Dol Blathanna is a nice card. I like the effect very much. It synergizes with the Nature's Gift because you can, whenever you activate, you play a special card, it will also spawn a base copy of self. It has also Veil. So it helps even more with the swarm strategy. You can make this swarm and get a lot of units and power on the board. At the same time, you will also trigger your symbiosis tags. Yet I don't think that this card will be that good in the deck. I mean, it's yet another card that is easy to answer, and that will do pretty much the thing that we already do. We can already swarm the field with all the tokens provided from the Nature's Gift. So again, a very strong card that is not unfortunately adding anything to Nature's Gift. It opens up some space for some maybe non-devotion list with the Bone Talisman, let's say, something that we can think about. But definitely nothing major for the main archetype. Let's discuss just a little bit briefly what's the main point and why I don't think also these cards are very good for the Nature's Gift, and what we actually as Nature's Gift players want from a future expansion, from future drops, if they may come. I think we want, there are actually a couple of things that we want, and the first thing is maybe the most simple one, is that the devotion on Nature's Gift, even though we go devotion, it's not that strong, because usually we only play devotion for the 8th, which is okay, which is fine. We play devotion also because it's good, because we have to include a lot of nature cards. Maybe that's the main reason, not even 8th is the main reason for that. We have to include a lot of nature cards, and nature cards are only on Scoia'tael, so it makes sense for Nature's Gift to play on devotion, because you have to include a lot of special nature cards. But the payoff for the devotion is very little. It's just the 3rd form of 8th Young Queen. Whoever plays the Fraxnet gets also that payoff to get both the effects, which is very good, but it's not a reason to play on devotion. And one of the main reasons you want to play the devotion also is if you have a very good for provision cards. Unfortunately, Scoia'tael on devotion have the Oak Critters, which is maybe arguably the worst card to have on devotion. It's just it does not synergize with pretty much anything, because yes, you can swarm a little bit the field. The bleeding does not come in handy. It's a 7/4 without real synergy with the deck, aside of maybe Nature's Rebuke and some minor swarm things. And if we go to see what other decks have as a devotion devotion options for their lowest and bronzes, it's way better, because the Karak Marine, for example, will play for 7 boost immediately, and it also synergizes with all the duels, with maintaining the engines on the fields, with inspired effects. We have also the Mutant Makers for Syndicate, for example, that gain 3 coins. But it's not only 3 coins, it's not 3 points. This is more, because usually syndicates will spend coins not at a 1-1 ratio, but even more. We have the NL Conqueror that it synergizes a lot with the Thrives and stuff. So definitely we have all these cheapest option for devotion. Scoia'tael is the worst, definitely the worst one. And finally we have also the Elven, which is not usable in a Nature's Gift deck for the devotion tag. Maybe you can think about some crazy build, but yeah. So first thing first, I would like that the devotion payoff for Syndicate, especially for the Oak Critters, would be better. And this is the minor things. And I included all these cards because then what we want also some thinning option. Because currently we don't have much thinning option, aside from very costly Call of the Forest and Isengrim Council, that usually you want to play later in the round, so not as a thinning tool, but as proactive move to get your best cards, otherwise they are wasted. So we are lacking even some thinning tools. And the thing is made even worse by Shaping Nature. Yes, this is a good card, not out-include by any mean, because it's an echo card that will also come on top of your deck at the end of the round, and it will give you another card to draw. So even it will be more difficult to get to your main pieces later. So definitely the second thing that I would like for an expansion to do for the Nature's Gift, let's say, is to get some thinning tools. Then what else? We are also lacking and this is maybe the most frustrating thing in Nature's Gift. We are lacking any kind of toll removal if we play Devotion. There is no way we can remove anything above 5 strength reliably. So I would like to see in future drops something to address this thing. I don't mean that we need something like 3 cards that go for toll removal, but even one that is definitely nice, so that even the threat of that card can make the opponent just not play optimally and just into all units that reaches like 25 points every time without fearing any punishment. Also because all the other factions have toll removal that are very, very, very reliable. All of them. And that's it. There is only one thing, a couple of things to mention. We have also the Elven Scribe that has been reworked. It's a good card to think about putting into the deck now, because it can place for 10 after we play 3 Nature's cards. And pretty much that's it, I think. So, to summarize all the things, I think that the new drops are cool, are pretty fine. They can enable other archetypes, other things, but they are not very, very useful for Nature's Gift, as they do not address any of the weakness of the deck. The Sorceress of Dol Blathanna will be probably the most viable ones out of this. Unfortunately, also another thing is that it's a 5. We didn't receive any 4 provision card, which is maybe the spot that is most important out of all of them. And also Francesca Findabair is definitely viable, but again, the weakness is that she will not help us with anything that we are not already currently doing. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this review of the Price of Power. If you like, just put a like on the video, and see you soon for more content. I will also try to experiment with some of these cards and maybe build some non-devotion. Also because I think this is maybe the route to take now with Nature's Gift, as the decks are even more greedier and greedier, and they have more threatening things that you need to answer to win. Unfortunately, we didn't receive anything to answer those threats with this expansion, with this drop. So I fear that the way to go now is a non-devotion list. So, have a nice day and take care. See you next time.